It's kind of the transfer rumor turned report of the day. A report out of France linking Kylian Mbappe with Real Madrid, a summer move worth a staggering amount of money. What more can you tell us?
Well, yeah, it's something that we've known for a little bit now. Real Madrid making known to everyone who wants to listen, really, that Mbappe would be the big priority come next summer. I think they would have tried to maybe sign him last summer or even probably the summer before. We knew also that they were very close to getting an agreement with Kylian Mbappe when he was still at Monaco before joining Paris. So this one is not going to go away. Will they be able to do it in the summer? This remains to be seen because PSG obviously would like to keep him a bit longer. Right now they're thinking about giving him a new improved contract, pretty much giving him as much money as Neymar is on right now. So it might be harder for Real Madrid to sign Mbappe in the summer if that happens, if he signs a new deal with PSG. And also Mbappe himself might want to stay a little bit longer in Liga and in France just to make sure that, let's not forget, he's only 20 years of age still. He's got plenty of time to move to the Bernabeu at some point. So maybe he will want to stay home a bit more and then maybe leave in a year or two or even more than that. And just finally, let's remind everyone the relationship and the history already between Mbappe and Real Madrid. This is a player that Real Madrid have tried to sign even when he was 11. When he was 11, he used to go there during the school holidays in France to train with the youth teams at Real Madrid. He went for a few years. Real Madrid is the club of his dream, the club that he loved as a kid, mostly because Zinedine Zidane, one of his idols, was playing there. So he's always said that one of his dreams is to play for Real Madrid one day. And again, like I've said many times on the show, it will happen for sure next summer. That remains to be seen.
Craig, $500 million for one player?
Well, it's at this point I defer to Gabriele Marcotti, who always tells me about financial fair play. Gab, so how the hell is this going to work?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those things where the $500 million gets kind of thrown out there. What's really important here, and what we need to focus on, is get the agreement in place between Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe. Get an agreement. You know, you're not supposed to negotiate with the player before the club, but the reality is it always happens. Get that in place, get that commitment in place, get those numbers in place, and then you figure out how it's going to happen. From Real Madrid's perspective, it's a serious numbers issue. Obviously, hugely profitable club, but you're looking at Karim Benzema, who still has years left on his contract and is a favorite of Florentino Perez. You still got Gareth Bale that, nobody will take off your hands. You still have James Rodriguez. You just spent money on Eden Hazard. You have Vinicius, who is still young. You've got Rodrigo, who is banging them in. You have Jovic. You can move some of those. That's before we get into Asensio and Isco, all those guys. You can move some of these guys. You can't move all of them. So I think you would have to generate a significant amount of cash because remember, they did spend a ton of money this past summer. And I think this is where you would start worrying in terms of hierarchies and playing times and keeping everybody happy. So I think it's a complicated one. It's a slow burn. As Jules said, they've been after Mbappe for years and years. It looked as if he was going there before that deal was sort of torpedoed and he went to Paris Saint-Germain instead from Monaco. I think that the best you can hope for if you're Real Madrid, and most likely I think what happened here is they had one of those poor parlays, as they might call them in France, where they had a chat, they had outlined back of the envelope things, probably through intermediaries. They know what the kid wants, and they're moving in that direction. But I wouldn't get overly excited about anything immediate happening.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.